Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome to a video called hashtag change career mode. Now before we get into today's video, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel, and guys, to let you know what is going to be happening in today's video, basically there's going to be gameplay of an FC Barcelona versus Celta Vigo gameplay in the background, and I'm going to be discussing things on the topic hashtag change career mode. A few of you might know what that is, a few of you might not, so at the start of today's video I am going to explain exactly what that is. And basically every year when a new FIFA comes out, around the December, January time, a load of FIFA 19 or FIFA 18 or FIFA 17, whatever FIFA it is, the latest FIFA, all the career mode creators come together and they make a hashtag change career mode. And as long as I've been playing FIFA for easily 6 or 7 years, this has always seemed to be trending on Twitter. That's why it's got the hashtag change career mode. It's all over social media like Instagram, Facebook. It goes everywhere. But unfortunately, it seems like the same thing happens every year. Everyone gets this big hype around hashtag change career mode, and EA never bother to listen. And now I'll explain a little bit, guys, as to why they don't. I've got an article here in front of me, and it basically says that this year the Gambling Association looked into Ultimate Team as to whether buying packs and buying coins is a type of gambling. And after they dug a little bit deep in 2018, they found out that Ultimate Team brings in a net worth of $800 million. Now, just think about how big that number is. $800 million. That is a massive. And now this is where my first topic comes to. Now, I probably haven't explained a lot, but basically I'm going to discuss things that I hope get put in FIFA 20 or get changed for FIFA 19 before the next FIFA comes out. But I wanted to give you that little bit of a fact there because, guys, this is the main reason EA don't pay attention to career mode. They don't pay attention to pro clubs. They put a lot of time, money and effort into the journey, and I'd rather they just sacked off the journey and put it into career mode or pro clubs. But they made income even after the game is released. So they made, I think the article said something like $2.6 billion of sales this year, but then still recouped another $800 million on microtransactions, which is where you guys buy the points or buy coins or anything like that. When you play Ultimate Team and you're buying these in-game products, that is where another $800 million, and I felt sick thinking about that number because I am one of those that on previous FIFAs have put a lot of money in. In fact, if I go back to FIFA 16 when I was doing pack openings, especially around the Christmas time, I think I spent in maybe 20 days around £1,000 on a pack opening. And when I look back, I just think, how silly was that? £1,000 of my hard-earned money putting into packs. And I think the best player I got was like a Team of the Year Suarez, which is great, but realistically it cost me £1,000 for something in a game which cost me £50, which is just ridiculous. But basically, guys, I've done a list myself. I'm going to be putting pictures, I'm going to be putting videos, there's going to be cuts and stuff, so you might be watching the gameplay now, hopefully you are, and I will be inserting videos and inserting pictures to talk about things, because I know a lot of you are quite young. My audience is quite young, so going back to like FIFA 07, FIFA 09, FIFA 08, a few of you guys were probably possibly even babies at this point, and you may well not have played those FIFAs, and that is where some of the best career mode features were. Honestly, guys, when we go through the list today, you'll be absolutely amazed. But I'm coming up to around the 3-minute or 3.5 minute mark right now, and basically I've got 20 minutes worth of gameplay to talk, discuss some things. If you guys want to leave any more recommendations or any ideas down below in the comment section, I probably won't call it hashtag change career mode, but I may well do a series like we want whatever in FIFA 20, and I might make it into a series where we discuss things that we'd love to see in FIFA 20, things that we think need removing for FIFA 20, things that we could put in and associate, you know, the game to be better. But these are a few of the things. So if I get my notepad up now, number one is microtransactions. Now, quickly, guys, I will link some videos below from the likes of FNJ, I think his name is, or FNG. We've got Janny Sports, we've got MGH, we've got Chesnoy Gaming. These four people, I've watched all their videos and I am very impressed with what they said. And it's such a shame because I do believe all four of these players or all four of these YouTubers are actually part of an EA group, and they are basically go back and forth with EA and report things to them to make the game better. From what I've seen from the likes of Janny Sports and stuff, they're getting very frustrated. They're constantly saying, we need to fix this, we need to do this, we need to do that, and it's just not happening. And I do feel for these lads, and I know MGH did touch on a topic where he said, we are constantly reporting this to two people at EA, but they're getting so bombarded with a lot of stuff from Ultimate Team, he actually feels sorry for them because it's like they are the only two people that everyone can go to. Now, realistically, for me, why don't EA just have 2 general managers on career mode, 2 general managers on pro clubs, 2 general managers on Ultimate Team, and have a team work around them? Because realistically, guys, EA can afford it. If these figures are correct and they made 2.6 billion on sales this year for FIFA 19 and have recouped another £800 million or $1 million off Ultimate Team microtransactions, they can definitely afford to employ some more people and give us the game that we all deserve. We've waited so long. And when I show you some of the screenshots, guys, back on the FIFA 07, back on FIFA 08, you will be amazed that these features are not in the game anymore. But the first one I wanted to touch on, this is the reason I mentioned MGH, was microtransactions. MGH is at the point now where he feels if we don't have microtransactions in career mode, we will not get a better career mode. And I understand where he's coming from. Ultimate Team gets so much time and effort pumped into it because of how much money it brings back. 800 million going into your pocket. Why would you not want to employ a team to keep things up to date, keep things fresh? Whereas career mode, yep, people pay for the game, they play career mode, it has no money.
Hashtag change career mode. Right now, it's trending on Twitter in the UK. Hashtag change career mode. And it's the same thing again. We do this every single year. Something's got to give, guys. It's been the same thing year after year. They've added little teeny bits. Yes, okay. Training. Yeah, that's completely changed the game, hasn't it? Pre-season tournaments. I mean, little things like this. Okay, sure. If you do a lot of them and they're polished, they're really good features, that can really help. But we're playing a version of career mode in FIFA 19 that's worse than FIFA 13. There are 2 guys out there, Corey and Zaro. I love these guys, by the way. I've spoken to them a lot since I was part of the Game Changers program. And they're great guys. They're doing a great job. But, and there is a big but, okay? These guys get a lot of tweets, a lot of messages every single day. And 99% of them are Ultimate Team related. And to be fair, 99% of them are not constructive tweets or feedback. You know, it's just often them being told to, yeah. I can almost see what happens here. Let's say I tweet Zaro and say, there's a bug right now in career mode. Player overalls are just going down. We don't know what's going on. Could you let the team know? He might literally copy what I just sent him and email it across. And that's it. And the developers might not even see it. And even if they do, are they going to be instructed to fix it? No, of course. It wouldn't even surprise me if there's not even a career mode development team. If you want to add it as a microtransaction to give yourself some incentive, if you want to add microtransactions to career mode, you can quote me on this. I don't care. Do what you need to do to make career mode better. If it means monetizing it just a little bit, let's say it's 99p to sponsor your squad, because you don't have to do it, but you can if you want. That might be a terrible idea. I might regret saying this.
I understand why MGH said, let's put microtransactions. And I will leave, I'll insert a clip of what he said. He said something about, you know, we pay 99p for the new set of boots, or we pay 99p for, you know, financial takeover and stuff. And I understand, like I've said, where he's coming from. But I think that is the wrong move. As soon as EA start making money from career mode, is the minute it goes downhill, because it's then costing people even more money. And this is what frustrates me. We all pay 40, 50, 60, 70, even up to £80 for the Ultimate Edition FIFA. That should be enough. If they're making $2.6 million or $2.6 billion from sales of just the game, that should be enough for them to want to do something with career mode. I don't think microtransactions is the right way to go. I think it'd be very disappointing if that's how it goes, but I do understand where MGH comes from. If they have an income source after you've bought the game, they're going to focus on it. Yes, okay, we don't have to buy stuff, and we could implement it where you've got to pay 99p for the boots, or if you want a super scout, you've got to pay 99p, and we could just not use that feature. But if people don't use that feature and spend money, then EA won't keep the game up to date. But I just thought I'd talk about microtransactions. I'll have probably inserted some clips from the likes of Yanni talking about it, and also MGH. Moving on to my second point, and this is something that I have seen a lot of, and that is an under 23s squad. It's so frustrating when you have a big team, like for example, I am doing a Liverpool career mode. I have so many young players that if they don't get in the starting 11 and they don't get on the bench and they never get played, then they're just never ever gonna play. Whereas I feel like you could hire, even if this costs you money, maybe you spend £100,000 and you can hire an under-23s manager and he will give you reports once a month of, oh, just to let you know, boss, Harry Wilson this month played in 4 of the games, he scored 6 goals, blah de blah blah. Something as simple as that, where you can hire an under-23s manager that is controlled by the computer and you just get reports on, you know, what score the game finished, who scored, who's standing out well. The assistant or the under-23s manager could also say, look, MassiveBrad, I think you should maybe promote Harry Wilson to the bench and give him a start because he's playing very well for the under-23s. He's much above average. Maybe you should give him a chance in the starting squad. And I feel like that kind of feature would be absolutely unbelievable if we could implement that into FIFA 20 career mode. Moving on from the under-23 squad, that's all really I have to do, guys. I'm talking about a point and I'm going to put my point across. We can all discuss it in the comment section. You can let me know any ideas you've got. But I think an under-23s manager that looked after a team, you could build a team of under-23s and the manager would look after that team. And then it saves constantly putting all the youngsters out on loan to get experience. Moving on to the next point, and this is a massive one, requesting funds. Now, a few of you might be like, Brad, what do you mean requesting funds? Now, I'm just going to open this up. You might hear my mouse clicking or the keyboard, guys. Just ignore that. It's so I can load up the photo. I'm going to put an image on screen right now. Now, it is foreign, but I will talk you through it, right? So on screen right now, you can see you are the manager of Everton, and what you're doing here basically, even though it's in foreign, is you are asking for more funds. So like in the Ajax career mode or the Ajax road to glory, we're coming into January, we have about £2 million, that's it, we've got no money, and if we were to suffer a serious injury, we'd be in a bit of trouble. But what you used to be able to do back on FIFA 08, FIFA 09 is this right here. So basically, although it's foreign, I will try and explain what it says. Where it is highlighted right now with the Y button, you are going to ask for a certain amount of money. So in there you might say 10 million, right? Then you come down a couple of lines and you can see it says Liga, Copa and Europa. And basically what you're going to do here is you're going to say to the board, if you give me 10 million, this is what I will try my best to achieve. So Liga obviously means league. So obviously Everton are in the Premier League. So you would say, we're going to finish in the top half, or we're going to finish in the top 4, or we're going to finish in the top 2, or we're going to win the Premier League. That is what you would do for the league. Then obviously the second one down, it'd be a cup. So let's say the FA Cup, you'd say, right, we're going to reach the final, we're going to reach the semi-finals. And then again, moving down to the European League, obviously you can see there, the last word, you can see it looks like semi-finals. So basically this person here is agreeing to get to the semi-finals. Now the board may well come back and say, I'm not too sure about this if I'm completely honest. If you win the Europa League, you win the FA Cup and you win the Premier League, we will give you 10 million. Now, if you accept on those terms and don't do those things, you have a much bigger risk of getting sacked at the end of the season. But they may well come back and think, you know what, yeah, it's Everton, it's not a top club really, so it doesn't need to be in the top 4. Yeah, if you get us in the top 10, or you get us European football next year, you get to the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and you get to the semi-finals of the Europa League, then we will give you an extra 10 million. And basically you could request funds, but you'd have to make like a promise or an agreement or a contract with the board to say, look, I will do this for you if you do this for me. You scratch my back and I'll scratch your back. And as you can see from on the screen, that is what used to be in there. And it's a shame that's not there anymore, because requesting funds was so big. That's something I'd done all the time, especially if you had a bad injury, your left back picked up an injury and you think, right, I need 15 million just to bring in a bit of a decent left back just until my main left back is back. Maybe you bring someone in on loan for 6 months, but you don't have the funds. You could request it, and that is something that I would highly rate comes back to FIFA 20 because it's so important. Moving on from request funds, the next one is sponsorship deals, and a few of you might be like, Brad, sponsorship deals, what does that mean? Again, I'll put an image on screen right now. So this is going back to FIFA 07. This is how long ago this screenshot was taken. You can see in the top left it says sponsorship offers. We've got 4 Sports, Synthetic, National Daily, Wave F508, Modemo, and for Decor Express. And basically what happened is you would highlight one of these, and this is like, for example, Liverpool. Okay, so Liverpool's sponsor, we have like Western Union Bank, and obviously you get their logo put on the arm or on the chest. You see it all around the stadium. It's basically a sponsorship, so you advertise what the company is. So you can see right now, Wave F508 is highlighted, and basically below it would say what they're going to offer you, what we need to do, and how we're going to make money. So the sponsorship details is it's Wave F5. Every game we will receive 200,000. A loyalty bonus if we stick with them, which loyalty bonus meant if we stuck with them for more than 12 months. So after 12 months, if we stuck with them and renewed our contract, we'd get an extra £440,000. If we won the league, we'd get a bonus of 360,000. If we won a domestic cup, which is obviously the Carabao Cup, but back then it was probably whatever cup it was, it had so many different names, the Capital One Cup, whatever it was, or the FA Cup, you got a bonus of 480,000. International Cups, we weren't involved in international, so it didn't really matter. And then an extra bonus, which was basically a signing on bonus, like the players get. So if we'd done this agreement right now, we'd get 200,000 per game, and we'd also get a signing on bonus for signing on the dotted line of 26,000. And basically this would bring extra income in to help pay towards wages, to help pay towards new players and things like that. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but it was money to help out. And as you can see from that screenshot, that's a great idea. It's not a problem. EA have got so much money, they can go and get whoever they want as sponsorship. You can get sponsored by Adidas, Nike, Umbro, Puma. It didn't matter who. They have got the right contacts, should I say, to go and get sponsored by all these big names. Obviously, back then it was just made-up names, For Sports, Synthetic. I've never heard of any of them. But realistically, this day and age and the amount of money they've got, they could go and get proper sponsorships, even like Mercedes-Benz, even like, you know, Santander, the bank. All these different ideas would be great to implement into FIFA 20. So again, another great idea of bringing sponsorship deals back into the game. Moving on to the next one, ticket prices, and this will probably amaze you guys because I know a few of you around, some of you are still in school, so when this was happening back on FIFA 06 and 07, you probably weren't playing FIFA, you were probably still in nappies. But if I load up this first screenshot, you'll notice that we are at, I think it is Celta Vigo, I could be wrong, but I think it is Celta Vigo, and that is the team that we are playing right now in the background against Barcelona. You can see the match setup. You've got play match, visual sim, quick sim, manage your team, and ticket price. And this was one of the best features that FIFA ever had. Every time you played the game, you could dictate how much the tickets were going to cost. Whether it was a low price, so like a Tranmere Rovers, where it was like, you know, £10 to £15. You could have a medium, so it's more of a middle-sized club that would cost anywhere between 30 and 50. And then you could have high, where it was costing anywhere from 70 to £150 per game. Now, the flip side of this, if you had a high ticket price, less people come, less fans come because it was too much money. If you had it too low, you get the problem of, you'd get a message saying, Brad, we filled the stadium and there was still 5,000 fans outside. Because it's so low, so many people wanted to come in and see it because it was so cheap and they wanted to support their team. On the flip side, most people would go medium because simple as this, guys, you bring in a nice income in, it also fills the stadium to pretty much its full potential, and then you also get a decent amount of money. So that was the first screenshot, but I also have a second one on ticket prices. You can see here, this was the financial prediction, so it would show by the end of the year whether you were going to make a profit, make a loss. So you can see on the right side, you've got current budget, so we've got 12.5 million in the bank. Expenses for the year are going to cost us 14.4 million, and predicted income from other situations, whether it's sponsorships, whether it was winning competitions, was 10.9. So the predicted budget at the end of the year, we would make a £9 million profit. But you can see in the bottom left where it says income, the ticket price right now is high. Now you can change that from high to medium to low. If we keep it a high, we'll bring in around £2.9 million in ticket sales. But if you drop it to medium, you could potentially bring in £3.5 million, because although it's medium, you're actually bringing in more. So it goes to the whole of quantity and quality. You want a lot of people through the door and make a good bit of money, but if it's too high, less people will come. If it's too low, too many people come. So I tended to go with the medium, and you can also see the sponsorship money underneath was going to bring in £8 million in the year. So that is another great idea, I think, ticket prices. And literally, guys, I'm already looking at the time now. We're up to 17 minutes. I've really got to start moving this up. So the next one I'm going to go for, I've got so many points here. I would love to make more videos on this, guys. So if it is something you'd like to see, let me know down below. But the next one is match congestion. Now you guys will already know what this is, and you'll be shocked when I show you this congestion. So let's click into the first one, and this is an image. It's a little bit blurry, but it's an image from Lee. A few of you guys will know him from the comment section, and he sent me this, and some people might look at it first glance and think, what's wrong with that, Brad? Well, it's as simple as this, guys. It's May 2020, and his first game is against Liverpool on the 2nd of May. Within 2 days break, so they get a break on the Sunday and Monday, he's then playing Dortmund in the Champions League. They're then going to get a 3-day break and play Southampton, which to me that's a little bit congested, because realistically I thought the Southampton game would be on the Sunday, it'd be pushed back an extra day for a bit more of that break. But then they've got a whole week off till Burnley, and that's completely fine. That's not the issue right there. It's when you get to the 20th of May, you can see he's playing Huddersfield. He gets a 2-day break on the 21st and 22nd, and then he's playing Huddersfield again in one of the cups, whether it's the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. But then literally he plays on the 23rd of May, and on the 24th of May, the Sunday, he's playing Stoke in the Premier League. So he doesn't even have a break. He's playing on one day, and literally the very next day, he's playing another game. Now, this picture, I do believe, is taken from FIFA 19. If I flag up this picture for you now, guys, this was back on FIFA 13, 6 years ago, and we've got the same sort of situation. You've got West Ham on the 3rd of Feb, you've got a 2-day break, then you've got Sunderland, then you've got a 2-day break, then you've got Norway, then you've got a 3-day break, and then you've got another team, 2-day break, and then you've got Norwich. But then you'll see there, as we get to the 16th of February, Norwich is on the Saturday. The next day in a cup game is Middlesbrough on the 17th. No break in between. I mean, it's bad enough the fact we've got West Ham, then 2 days later we've got Sunderland, then 2 days later, although to be fair, it's an international friendly on the Saturday, so it doesn't really matter. But I still think that a 2-day break is very difficult for players to get fully fit, or if any injuries happen, it makes it very difficult. But it's that game there on the 16th. Norwich in the league, and then Middlesbrough in the cup a day after one another. Absolutely ridiculous. And we have got problem after problem after problem, guys. This always happens. I also quickly want to show you this other image that Lee sent me over. I don't know what year he's in. I think it was 2020. But look at the league. Now, when you first glance at that, you think, okay, that looks all right. Until you get to 17th. Liverpool, one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League. Top of the Premier League, how it stands right now. And they are down in 17th. They've got Leicester, Newcastle, Brighton, West Ham above them. They are literally 1 point away from dropping down below Fulham and going into the relegation zone. After 24 games, guys. This isn't at the start of the season where 2 or 3 games have been played and there's been a bit of a struggle. This is after 24 games, more than halfway through the season, and Liverpool are 1 place above the relegation. The game is so broken, and this is why I'm so happy to be bringing this type of content to you guys. Now, unfortunately, we're already at the 20-minute mark, and I am going to have to look at ending this episode, or maybe not episode, more of a video, because I did only record without using my microphone. I just recorded the Barcelona game and then thought I'd talk over it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that game. I know there wasn't too many goals, but fingers crossed it kept you entertained and you did enjoy some of the things that I put into today's video. But if you would like to see more of these types of videos, guys, probably wouldn't call it hashtag change career mode, but put it this way, we covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 bullet points in today's episode, and I have 17 bullet points of ideas I would love to implement into FIFA 20, whether that's bringing something back or taking something out. So I have plenty of content for this, guys, and if it is something that you enjoyed and you'd like me to just play a bit of a kick-off game, put some footage in the background, talk over it about things I want to change for FIFA 19 and FIFA 20, and also put some, pictures in there like I have, maybe cut some of the other YouTubers in there like MGH and Yanni Sports and stuff like that. If you'd like to see more content like this, I know it's a little bit different, it's not my normal type of video, and it's been a little bit strange for me, but if you would like to see it, make sure you drop me a comment down below, let me know whether you'd like to see some future content on what I would like for FIFA 20. And you guys can get involved as well by dropping down below in the comment section what you guys would like to see in FIFA 20. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.